So welcome to this short video, which is all about the importance of maintaining a sense of friendship with all the people that we know, all the people that we meet, all the people we interact with. Because if we're not careful, the ego can very easily create a sense of hostility with others. It does this by judging other people, by judging their opinions, by criticizing them, by seeing whether they are at fault, seeing what problems they have, and making itself superior to the ego of another person. And basically what we have here is division. This is what creates a sense of division between us, a sense of separation. So it's our judgmental mind, which is basically the ego, which judges the ego of other people. It sees the ego in other people. And we can quite as easily see the goodness in other people. We can quite as easily look at someone and see the goodness that shines through their eyes. Because everyone has a caring heart. Now also, everyone is battling with their own sense of ego, their own need to control the world around them, their own insecurity. Everyone has to deal with this because this is life in the modern world. We have grown up with an ego, and it basically creates a sense of insecurity. And so as a result of feeling insecure, we try and find security through controlling our external environment. And often people try and control the people around them, control the ideas and opinions of other people, just so they can feel secure. Because if someone has strong opinions, or if you have strong opinions, and someone else's opinions challenge your opinions, or are different to your opinions, then the ego perceives this as a threat. And so, because the ego is a product of insecurity, it defends itself against this perceived threat by attacking with aggressive thoughts, thoughts of hostility, thoughts of judgment, thoughts which tell us how the other person is wrong or how they are, all the things which are wrong with that person. The ego creates enemies between us and all the people who we perceive to be a threat to us. And we don't need to do this. It's not necessary to do this. It's only the ego which does this. And if we truly want to have a sense of friendship with everybody, if we truly want our life to be free of hostility and to have a life where we have no enemies, no one who we feel angry towards or judgmental towards, then we can. It all comes down to our choice whether to look at people through our ego or from our heart. And the ego only ever sees the ego in somebody else. The ego cannot see the heart of another individual because the ego only recognizes the ego and the heart recognizes the heart. And so if we're looking from our own ego, we can be sure that we will be seeing all the problems in another person, all the things which are wrong with another individual, all the controlling aspects of their nature, all their problems. We will see only these things. But if we come back into our heart and we look at others with compassion and understand that they are just trying to do the best they can in life, they're trying to deal with life in the best way they can, then we can see that people are innately good. People are innately well-intentioned. And they are just struggling. People are struggling. Everyone is struggling with this thing that we call the ego, which is like a mental illness, really. It's very much like a mental illness because it creates suffering in our lives. It creates division between us and other people, when quite as easily there could be deep harmony and deep friendship, the ego creates division in its judgment of other people. And so it really is a mental illness that we all consider a normal thing. It's normal to think about others judgmentally. So really we have to be aware when this is happening. Be aware how we are creating hostility between ourselves and another, and step out of it. When we see this occurring, we step out of those thoughts and we come back to our heart. Remember that we want to be a loving individual and a caring individual, someone who is tolerant and forgiving and compassionate. And when we remember this, and we come back to our heart, remember who we are, remember our caring nature, then we find that all hostility disappears, and we just feel a sense of friendship towards everybody.